Chris, take it away.
Awesome. Let's get going. There. And
Okay, entonces, como dijiste, lo único que puedo hacer es volverlo
Josh, you can mute everybody.
que quede como estaba antes.
Yes, I'll do that right now. Whenever you're ready.
okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for coming today. I appreciate all of you taking the time to come out. I'm so happy to see so many of you here. Let's get started. So to begin our kickoff meeting, Jenny is going to start the presentation talking about the Part Q, your registration forms, and what else we will be doing today.
Might have to take that over if Jenny's not on. She said she's having technical difficulties.
Just kidding. So for our agenda, we're going to be talking about the Part Q, as I mentioned. Part Q stands for Physical Activity Recommended Questionnaire. We ask that you fill out this questionnaire before beginning participating in the program, just to see if you have any medical history that might impair your activity. We ask that if you answer yes to any of the questions on there, that you seek out assistance from your physician to see if you are ready to participate in the program. We also ask that you take the time to look at the decision tree. Our decision tree was made to help you best pick the program for you. We're also going to be showcasing our first 365 Journey to Health episode. We're also going to teach you guys, or I mean, not teach, we're going to tell you guys about the calendar and our Monday emails that'll go out weekly. We're going to talk about action steps for the upcoming week. We're going to talk about how to keep yourself accountable and some tools we're going to be giving you guys, and also how to stay connected with us through social media. And then we're going to have some time for questions and answers. So this is a portion of what the Part Q looks like. It'll ask you for your name, the date, your age. It'll ask you questions on, has your doctor ever said you have a heart condition, that you should only perform physical activity recommended by a doctor? All these questions are very important just because starting a new exercise program and not knowing where you're at physically or medically can be dangerous. We want you to take the safest possible route. And I'm going to play this video very quickly so you can see how to access this form. So as you saw in the video, everything that is highlighted blue on our website is going to be a clickable link. And you can go through multiple pages on our website to find that Part Q. This is just one of those ways to do that. It'll be on all of our family program pages, which would be the B2B Prep, the Foundation, and the Program. Next, we're going to be talking about participant story registration and the decision tree. Got another short video to show you guys.
So realize then that if you have not gone to the site indicated at the bottom here, Journey, 3winsfitness.com Journey, then that form may look unfamiliar to you. And so that's a action item for you to do after this meeting, is to go ahead and do that so that you can register for the program.
And for those of you that did register prior to yesterday, you should have received an email that will take you back to your original registration form that would then allow you to go through this decision tree where you'll decide which family you're going to be a part of, and which program essentially you would be following. That's either going to be the Back to Basics Prep program, our foundation, or our Back to Basics program. So if you did not receive that link to your updated registration form, then you can shoot an email to info@3winsfitness.com, and I'll make sure that you'll get your registration form back. If you've never registered before and you're only here through the email subscription, then that link that Dr. Lloyd did identify, that 3winsfitness.com/journey, you can go there to complete the registration, and then that's how you'll also get to the decision tree.
Josh is going to type in that info address on the chat. So if you're unfamiliar with Zoom, at the bottom of your screen, there's a chat. If you click on that, he's typing the email address in. That's the email address to go in to if you have any questions with 3 Wins Fitness or with Journey to Health. Any question at all, feel free to go to that info@3winsfitness.com and we'll get right back to you.
Okay. So just to reiterate everything that they said, as you saw in the video, this person indicated that they couldn't get up and off the floor with ease, and that was their recommended program. I think it's very important that you follow the recommendation, but if you feel there's anything wrong with that recommendation, you could also reach out to us in that email that they mentioned for general questions, and we can talk about that and we can discuss that further. I'm going to show you guys the first episode to this, 365 Journey to Health, which was hosted by our very own Gabby.
Hello, 3 Wins family. Welcome to 365 Journey to Health. My name is Gabby, and I'm an instructor for San Fernando Park, as well as the main host for these episodes. If you haven't yet heard of 365 Journey to Health, it is a free program offered to all communities with the goal of making your goal a reality. Whether your goal is to run farther, or to get up off the floor, or to even increase your endurance to play with your grandchildren, we believe that with us, we can make that come true. Throughout the year, we will have expert-led workshops where you will learn tips and tricks on how to improve your health. Although this journey will yield many great stories, our focus will be on our staff member, Desiree. These episodes will show Desiree's daily life, as well as showcasing some of you all and your journey throughout this 365 days. This first episode, we will learn a little bit more about Desiree and her lifestyle before she embarks on this journey with all of us. We're excited to have you, and let's get started.
All right. Hi, Desiree. So great talking to you, and thank you for taking the time to do this with us. I just wanted to start off by saying that for everyone that will be watching this, I think I speak for most that you are an inspiration to all of us. And for me, just speaking from my heart, I think that you are so strong, so brave, and so passionate to be doing this. And I'm so excited to be sharing your story and getting to know you a little bit more. So thank you for letting me do this today.
Thank all of you. You all have helped me so much. 3 Wins, honestly, before I came to 3 Wins, like, I didn't even know how to talk. You guys gave me that community and that, like, family that I just never had before.
That's what I love about 3 Wins, too. It's that we just welcome people, and then you're immediately part of the family, and we're all growing, and we're all learning, and getting healthier, which is just so amazing. So I know that weightlifting, clearly, as you were saying right now, has been your passion, your life, and that's what started this whole journey for you. Do you remember your first day weightlifting and how that felt for you? Because I know you weren't doing much before, so I can't imagine just feeling that, like, alive and freeness. So can you go into that for me?
You know how they say, with anybody that I think we're training now, the hardest thing for them is walking in that door that first day. That was definitely for me. And it was only that first day. And it was just because I was so sedentary and so scared of hurting myself. Like, I had already been starting to squat at home and doing things at home. And I told all of this to my trainer over the phone before I met him. I'm like, okay, I've been doing this many quarter squats. I've been doing this, you know. And I'm like, I'm worried because I'm still really heavy and I don't want to hurt my knees because my knees are already an issue. I was still over 300 pounds at the time. I was just like, I want to get stronger. I really want to learn how to squat and have like that full range of motion so then I can just hold my body weight better. I went in that first day scared. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to hurt myself. Like, I just remember I'd just shake. Like, people would talk about working out and suddenly I'm having like this horrible reaction just to them talking about working out. And I think just part of it is because if you've been a person that hasn't ever been very active, like, it's just an insecurity. It's just like, that's something everybody else does. You don't know what that's like. Yeah, that first day is the hardest. And it comes, I think, for each individual, like the anxiety is probably different and from different reasons.
Part of the journey, right? It's being patient with yourself, first of all, but it's also taking that leap. And I love that you said that the first day is always the hardest. Getting a foot through the door is the hardest. And I think that I see that in 3 wins. I see that when people are walking and they're hesitant to join the program, or even in this wonderful program that we're doing with you, I know that people are going to be hesitant. They're going to hear that you're doing this journey for a year and it's going to be hard. And I think that that's scary to start something so long, but it's taking that little 5 second of bravery and just going. And I feel like a lot of people don't regret that. And especially you are in love with weightlifting now and it's changing your life, and that's amazing, and you're inspiring people through that. Okay, so from weightlifting then your journey took off. So from there you fell in love and you kept working, and then you have lost a ton of weight, and you do attribute that to your to weightlifting, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely. And not just weightlifting, I think from taking like a holistic perspective on my health and making small changes over time. And, you know, that was the biggest thing is like, I would think it was just one diet before and like, it's all about losing the weight. And at first, like I heavily focused on just losing the weight. But the more I started to focus on my body's a project, it's just about being consistent. You know, it's just about growing every day. You know, it became more natural, I guess. So it is the weightlifting, but it was also the mindset that came with it. Like weightlifting just happens to be the way I like to move. You know, really you can do any movement, you know, it's making it natural. It's making it not this horrible anxiety ridden thing every day that I don't have time for. And oh my gosh, life and all this stuff. It's like, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, just to stretch out with a stick. Because there's been days, that's all I did. I just took a stick and stretched, you know, did some overhead squats, and I didn't feel like doing anything, but it's like after I did that, it feels better. And then with anxiety and with all of those things, I think it's easy to go towards things that make you feel better instantly, like sugar. Mm-hmm. And I found that weightlifting let me have something to put in front of the sugar.
I know for you, Olympic weightlifting is a huge part of your life and your journey. And it's amazing and it's exciting to see what everyone else's journey is going to be. Whether that's, you know, just cracking the door open and trying new things like body weight exercises, or maybe mobility, or back to basic videos, whatever it is. I know that this journey is going to be unique for everyone, and their story is going to be unique to them. And it's exciting to be able to be a part of that and to hear their journey. Thank you so much, Desiree. I think that this is day 1 of our episode, and it's going to only get better from here. So thank you for being our inspiration.
Thank you, Gabby.
And now we're going to give Desiree a quick moment to speak on the video and the challenges she's been facing. Desiree?
Yeah. Hey, everyone. It's so awesome that you're here. You know, like in the video that we went over, sometimes starting is the hardest. So just give yourself a round of applause, you know, and pat yourself on the back, because making that step really can be the hardest. And you guys did it. You're here, you know, and that's just showing that you want to grow. And, you know, change can be uncomfortable for sure, and even positive change, but moving doesn't need to be burdensome. We can move for joy, and there's so many different ways that we can move. And then of course the utility of moving, like the things that we can do when we just make that commitment every day. And it becomes just staying consistent. Like, I don't think in this whole journey so far I ever felt like, oh, this is horrible. Like, I just try to think, what can I do tomorrow? And just make those little changes over time. And luckily, we have a great community to help us with that. And community is key when you have associations and you have people to help encourage you to grow. And we have a whole team of experts now that we can ask all kinds of questions. So please utilize that question section they said earlier. Ask questions, because we are really here for you. And it's just awesome to see so many people here. Also, just let's try to focus on making it a journey, you know, because if we make it a journey, then we don't ever have to stop. You know, we don't ever have to restart. Like, we just have to focus then on growing every day. And I'm looking forward to, you know, engaging with all of you and making these steps. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Desiree. Those are very inspirational words, and I think we can all connect to those. We've all had that struggle, and now we're all here to be everybody's support system. Continuing with the presentation, we're gonna hand it over to Jenny to talk about our calendar to keep you guys up to date, and so you can carve out some more time for all the events we will be hosting for everyone.
Hi, everyone. All of us have a goal here, whether we want to run a faster mile, whether we want to run a marathon, move better without pain, and or get stronger, maybe do 10 push-ups on the floor. We all have our own personal goals for the next year. Our goal as a collective is to make sure that we make these habits a lifelong journey. We don't want to stop after 1 year. We want to keep going. That way we have a better quality of life. With that being said, and with Desiree's leadership and her resources to the experts, Joshua Carlos, our lovely tech king, has come up with this calendar, a very easy, accessible calendar for all of us to show the resources that we will be having. Joshua, would you like to go ahead and share the calendar?
Yes. So give me 1 second. And here we go. All right. Can you all see the calendar? Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let me rearrange my screen a little bit. All right. Do you see me scrolling?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So this is our calendar. There's a couple ways that you can access this. The first way is if you just go to our website, 3winsfitness.com, it'll take you to the web page, and under programs, where it says 365 Journey to Health, there's a link there that says calendar of events. If you click that, that'll take you to our main calendar of events. The second way is that if you go to the link, or if you enter in your browser, 3winsfitness.com/365 calendar, then that will also take you directly to this page. When you're here, if you go down, you will see that we've already populated our calendar for this month. And each week, we will be updating it with the exact topics that we'll be covering. So for today, we have our 365 Journey to Health Kickoff Zoom meeting. Each one of these events is a link that you can click on to get more information. And because all of these will be virtual events, there will be an added Zoom link that you can go to. So if for whatever reason you misplace an email or accidentally gets trashed, you'll still always be able to access the Zoom link via our website. So for today, for example, the topics we'll be covering are calendar events, picking the family to work with, which we've already talked about. We'll be talking a little bit about the social media. And then in a little bit, we're also going to have some quote unquote homework for all of you to do that consists of watching some videos, doing some preliminary exercises to get you going, as well as starting to walk and accumulating those 150 minutes of the physical activity guidelines. Right here, you'll see a trailer. At the end of this meeting, I will be posting the recording of this. So if you've missed information, you want to go back to it, or if you want to forward to a friend or family, they can actually still watch our kickoff meeting. Continue down, and for other links, there will be a Zoom link that you can utilize and a Zoom ID. All of our Zoom meetings from here forward will be password protected, but that will be released to all of you. And it's actually going to be the same password that you used to get in today, and that's Believe, B-E-L-I-E-V-E, all lowercase. So we won't publicize the passwords on here. That's kind of like a, if you're in, you'll know the password. Going back out to our main calendar, again, same thing. If, let's say, next week, we have our nutrition expert, Dr. Terry Lisagor, who will be doing her presentation. This will be July 23rd at 6 p.m. Again, there's that Zoom link that you can click on to join. You'll enter the password. For those that aren't on our email list, they will need to subscribe to get that password, but again, all of you will by then know it. And so once we get the information of the exact topic we'll be covering, we'll be updating and populating. In addition, this is also where all the recordings will be hosted. So after each meeting, like we've said, all of our meetings will be recorded. Once they're done, the recordings will be posted on our website that you can refer back to in case you missed any information or you want to go back and rewatch the meeting. Chris, back to you.
And I'm going to jump in and remind everybody, if we haven't said it already, that today's Wednesday meeting is the only day it will be on Wednesday. We are shifting it to Tuesday. So all our exercise meetings will be on Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Back to our presentation. The action steps for this week that we're asking everybody to partake in is identifying where you belong family-wise. So as we've mentioned previously, if you haven't already filled out the form, fill it out and practice where, or once you've identified what family you believe you belong in, take the time to practice the movements in that family. So if you're in prep, we recommend that you take the time to follow the prep activities, linking them above. You would go to the website. You could come down to programs, back to basics prep. You could click phase 1. On your first day, your exercises would be with our instructor, Alicio. We have 2 sets of exercises for you to follow. Everything is laid out with repetitions for you, and the same goes for the second exercise. We recommend that everyone do this depending on where you identify with your family. We also ask that you take the time to watch our mobility education and strength education videos. I'm going to show you a quick snippet of those.
Welcome to our 365 Journey to Health family. My name is Coach Jenny Vo, and we will be addressing mobility. Mobility is your ability to move freely and easily. It is also referred to as your strength of the muscles in its respected range of motion. We believe that you deserve to live your life without pain and to move as often as you wish. This is the beginning of our 365 Move Well journey. We advise you to do mobility exercises before and after your workout, on your rest days, and or when you feel you need a pick-me-up or a reset throughout the day.
So as you see, Jenny has been very thorough with her education. There's 10 more minutes of it. Giving you a quick snippet of the other video as well.
Today we're going to talk about 2 very important exercises. The first one being the push-up, and the
the second being the hip hinge. Let's get started. To do a push-up, it's important to start on the floor. To be on my knees first. Come down. It's important to stack the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulders all over each other. And keep your hands shoulder width apart. Once you find that position, go ahead and extend your legs out. It's important when you're coming down to keep those elbows tucked in towards the body. And then push yourself back up. If you can't do a push-up yet, don't worry. I got 3 different variations. So as you've seen in the videos, we're very thorough about the education we want to give everyone. We want to make sure that you have all the tools you need to make this journey successful. Tony, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to you. Talk about aerobic education.
Hey everyone. For the aerobic part, we have a video set up so you can understand how intense you should be doing your walks, jogs, or runs. We broke it down so it can be easily understandable using an RPE scale. Part of your homework assignment is to watch this video and understand what an RPE scale is for that rate of perceived exertion. Another assignment we're going to give you is that we want you to try to walk for 5 times this week for about 30 minutes. These can be broken down into any amount of styles as we go over in the video. We're just trying to reach that goal of 150 minutes per week. But I do want to advise you that if you are just starting your fitness journey, that you can gradually go up to 30. Start low and then go up. If you're feeling any pain, however, we need you to stop and take that PAR-Q that we showed you at the very beginning to your doctor or your physician. That way we can get you cleared to continue with us.
Now we're going to hand the presentation off to Arlene so she can help everyone stay accountable so we can all reach those goals. Arlene?
Hi everyone, my name is Arlene and I'm super excited to be here with you guys. So what we came up with are accountability sheets. I know personally that I like to know what I'm doing and what I've completed. So to keep this journey as easy and as fun as possible, we created these sheets for you. So the first sheet is the prep program. So if you go through the prep program, these charts here, you can fill out your exercise. At the top, you can see a weekly goal. You can fill out your weekly goal. And also we inserted the cardio box there to keep you encouraged to do that cardio 5 times a week. The next sheet that we made here is for the program. So it's a little bit more intense, more circuits, more reps, more exercises. So we want to keep it very organized and see what you've accomplished. You can hang it on your refrigerator, on your door, on your mirror, and you can see your progress throughout the entire week. And the next one here, I showed an example of how you would fill it out. Like I said, at the top, you have your phase and your week. What week we would be in is week 1, phase 1. Our goal is to complete 5 days of cardio this week. And at day 1, you can see all of the exercises written out, how many reps and how many sets. At the bottom there, you can see the type of cardio that you can do. Walk, tennis, treadmill, bike, anything that you want to do for cardio. So hoping that these sheets will help you keep yourself organized, keep you encouraged, and make it easy and fun for all of you.
Thank you, Arlene. And I believe the best part of these sheets is that it will really show us the progress, because you can store these away, and at any point when you're feeling that you just don't want to move today, or you're lacking motivation, or something is getting in the way, you can pull these sheets out and remind yourself, I've come this far. These 30 minutes I'm going to do aren't going to be that difficult, because I've done it for 10 weeks, 15 weeks, however far you get before you hit that stump. So really take advantage of this tool, because it's going to help everyone. I know this is how I program myself. This is the only way I could get through my exercises. Going forward, we're going to give it off to Agnes to talk about social media and how everyone can stay connected with us.
Hi, I'm Agnes. So 3-1 Fitness is a community, and we want to invite all of you to be a part of this community. We have a number of outlets to stay connected with our team and participants. We have both a Facebook and an Instagram. So for those who do not have an Instagram and or a Facebook, I will be holding a social media 101 webinar on July 17th. That's this Friday at 12 p.m. And there will be a tutorial on how to create an Instagram and a Facebook account and how to navigate your way through social media. As we go into this journey, we would like to bring to float the use of hashtags. So hashtags are an efficient tool to help us find you and to help you find our content. So we'd like to ask all of you to use our hashtags, hashtag 31sFitness, hashtag 365 Journey to Health, and hashtag Back to Basics. We are building an online community through the use of our special hashtags. Go to the next one, please. So we've created a 3Wins Facebook account. So for those who have seen Hope Destiny popping up on your feed, that is our official 3Wins Facebook account. This account gives access to our 3Wins VIP community page where you can post your goals and exercises and receive feedback from our team. VIP members will get exclusive access to tune into special workout classes such as dance and Zumba and yoga. So the Zoom link to the webinar for this Friday was sent via email with a meeting ID and the password. So make sure to add us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. And I hope to see you all there on the 17th at 12 p.m.
I want you all to keep in mind that there's this chat going on. Again, if you haven't clicked on it, you can. There's a lot of conversation that is going on that is giving you some additional information of what you can do. So feel free to go to that and while you're listening to the rest of the communication. It's at the bottom of your page.
Thank you for that. Going forward, we're gonna part some time to give our Spanish speakers a moment to invite all of you who may have Spanish speaking relatives, family, friends, to invite them to a meeting we are having tomorrow, this exact same meeting, just all in Spanish. Leti?
Hi everyone, my name is Leti and wanted to invite you all to the family, El Camino family. It's in Spanish. It'll be tomorrow, Thursday at 7 p.m. An email did go out with the Zoom ID and password. It is Creo, C-R-E-O. If you know anybody or have friends that would like to join the Spanish meeting, or you yourself would like to get, the Spanish side of information, please join us. We're all welcome.
Yeah, and just to reiterate that, please invite your friends and family. The bigger this community is, the more support we're going to have and the more successful we're going to be. And I think it's important that we include everybody of all walks of life. And so Spanish speaking, have your friends come in, let them come in, and let them be a part of your journey as well. We've set aside some times for questions. I'm going to stop sharing my screen in a second. But if you guys need to contact us, we have our information posted here. And this will go out as well when we send the video out and post it on the website. But if you've identified with the PrEP family, you could contact Jenny Vo, and within 24 hours, she'll get back to you with any specific questions. If you identify with the Foundation family, feel free to contact me and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And if you've identified with the program/program plus, feel free to contact Tony and he as well will get back to you. For our Spanish speakers, we recommend you contact Leticia. And for any general questions, we recommend that you send that email to info@3winsfitness.com. And the same goes, within 24 hours, we're going to do our best to get back to you. This is our question and answer period for anybody who has questions.
Not a question, but a comment. Letty, can you put your contact information in the chat? And
yes,
that will give. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I will also include my phone number just in case anybody would like to send me a text, and my email as well. It'll be in the chat down below.
Also, really quickly, everybody, this PowerPoint will be shared again on the calendar. So after this meeting's over, in in addition to the recording, we will be posting the PowerPoint slides. So all the links that you saw Chris clicking on in the PowerPoint, all the videos and everything, they will be in that PowerPoint presentation as a PDF so that you can download it. You can click on the links. And again, any questions, you can direct them to that info at 3winsfitness.com.
I think that I missed the explanation of what the different families are. Could you go over that?
I can go ahead and go over that. So we have four families. We have our B2B prep family, which for those who are having trouble getting on and off the floor, you will most likely be put in this B2B prep program. That way you can build the stability and the mobility to get you ready to get on and off the floor. Then we also have our B2B foundation program. We have a standard for people to get on and off the floor 10 times before moving on to our B2B program. And so if you have trouble getting on and off the floor 2 or 3 times, then we recommend you going into our B2B foundation program. And then for those who can get on and off the floor with ease 10 times, then they will be placed into our B2B program. And then for those who are Spanish speakers, we do have our own Spanish family as well.
Great, thank you.
You're very welcome.
And then quick thing to note for the Spanish speaking group, that will encompass all 3 of our, I guess you can say, English families. So the Spanish group, they're going to go through the prep program, the foundation program, as well as the back to basics program. So we're encompassing all 3 in that Spanish family.
Suggestion for you is that in terms of identifying the family that you should be in, you can go through the website, look at the exercises involved in the prep, the foundation, and the program. And from that, you should be able to identify where you might be comfortable in. If you're not sure, then step back 1 level. But the prep program is ideally suited for everyone that hasn't been moving or specifically is not able to get down to the ground and get back up. Give you some background on the basis of that. It is that the prep program, the phases that we will take you through, will strengthen the muscle groups that will actually allow you to get down and to get up. Ideally, that program may last as long as 24 months. If you were needing to go back to the very basic and not able to do a lot of the exercises. So the intent is that you be able to progress at your own rate. You'll be doing this at home at your own speed. You are not pressured by anybody going at a faster rate than yourself. So do consider starting with that prep program at the very beginning and working through that. And if it's easy, then you move to the next phase faster.
So remind me how to get to the calendar on the menus. I'm at 3winsfitness.com. And where do I go?
Yeah, so if you go to the menus on the top under programs, and then under 365 Journey to Health, you'll see a link that says calendar of events.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. And I printed out the readiness questionnaire. So it's a hard copy.
So the Part Q is for your reference only.
Okay.
And that's just for you to fill out. You don't have to print it out. You can if you want. For those of you that do complete the Part Q, if you do answer yes to any of them, what we would recommend is talk to your doctor and actually send them the link to our website, specifically the Back to Basics program page that your family page that you're going to be utilizing. So if you said your family was the B2B prep program family, send your doctor that link so that they can look at the exercises that you would be doing with us. And then they can get an idea if it's suitable or if it's appropriate for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
I have a comment. I don't know if it would be helpful to participants to know what exactly you mean by getting up off the floor?
So getting down to the floor, there's two ways you can get down there. One, you can voluntarily get down on the floor. The other is you could fall. We don't want you to fall. And so if you go to the foundations video at around 9 minutes, if you watch the foundations video, you can see them demonstrating how to get down to the ground and how to get up safely. That's going to be a recommended way for you to do that. And that's one of the exercises, is getting down and getting back up. But again, that's in the foundations program. In the prep program, we know that you don't do that yet. So you can take a sneak preview, look at the foundations, and the way that they get down and get up is what we are training you to do with the muscle groups that we are strengthening. So there's going to be a specific way for you to get down and get up. Should you fall, then that is the position that you would maneuver yourself in so that you could get down and get up safely. We think that the getting down to the ground and being able to get up is a truly foundational move to be able to accomplish because of the potential of a fall. If you have a fall, you will probably need to get back up. Does that answer the question?
Oh, yes, thanks.
Okay.
Any other questions from anyone? Yes, Sarah.
So, oh yeah, you got it. So if for the webinar this Friday, I have like a schedule conflict, is there a recommendation for that, or should I just try to make it if I can?
So those will be recorded. Sorry, go ahead, Agnes.
Yeah, it is going to be recorded, and I will be sending over a PDF version of the PowerPoint that I will be presenting for that day, and then I'll send it over to anyone that is not able to make it for Friday.
Just another one if nobody minds.
Yes.
So for the PARQ, the form, once we fill it out, do we just email it to like the family lead, or is there someone specific we send it to?
Nope. So for the PARQ, if you've answered no to all of them, that's loosely saying that you're all good to go, that you can engage in one of our programs. You'll be okay. If you've answered yes, then you would go down that physician route where you would just seek guidance from your primary physician. But the PARQ, you don't need to send it to anyone. That's more for your personal reference.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
If you're uncomfortable asking the question aloud, feel free to type it into the chat and we can answer it as well.
I have a question. For the webinar this Friday, it's going to be in English, I think. And I would like to know if it's going to be translated to Spanish. Is the same group, English and Spanish, or how it works?
Yes, it will be in English, but there will be Spanish translation as well. So the tools that I will be handing out, so the PDF version and the videos, all the tools, they will have a Spanish version as well as an English version.
Was Alex going to be there, actually? Was he going to be there?
Yesenia, I believe.
Alex and Yesenia and Jesus.
Yeah, both of us will be there to translate whatever Agnes is demonstrating. Plus, she'll be showing on the screen. So we'll just translate whatever she's instructing, Yesenia and I.
Thank you.
Other questions that you might have?
I have one more thing. For our VIP page that Agnes is running, if any of you have any questions or would like for us to see your form on exercise, you are more than welcome to post your accountability sheets into that page and any videos, exercise videos that you may have and or any questions there as well. Because most likely someone will have the same question as you. And when we see other people's progress, we get empowered by that too. And so I really highly recommend y'all adding Hope Destiny and going to the social media account. That way we have the potential to spread this worldwide and we can change and impact and inspire more lives.
So one of the purposes primarily to break you down into the smaller groups, into the families, is so that we can address more easily the individual questions that you have, particularly as maybe you're engaging in some challenges, needing some motivation, or you have some individual questions relative to the exercises that you're doing. So our purpose in having the family groups, which will typically be the day after we have our exercise meetings, that will allow you to address a lot of those issues. So my wife tells me I need to practice looking at the camera, and I see most of you need to as well. So it's a good experience to do that. I think I don't do it necessarily because my mom always told me to look in the eyes of the person I was speaking to. And so when I'm talking, I'm looking at you, but actually I should be looking at the camera, then that allows me to look at you. So you all get better at that, since we'll be on Zoom for a while, and then we can all practice looking at the camera. So that was to buy some time for some more questions.
So how do we know what family we're in?
So in order to determine the family, then what you need to do is you need to go to the web page. You're going to go to the Back to Basics, and you're going to see the 3 programs, the Prep program, the Foundation program, and Program. And so when you go through those, you can look at the exercises, or you can take the shortcut, and that would be if you feel you can't get down and can't get back up, then that's going to put you in the Prep program. If you can get down, but it's difficult, then you're going to be in the Foundation. And then if you're in the group that you can get down and get back up easily 10 times, then you'll be in that next group. So a few ways that you can get there. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
So, excuse me. So there are a couple questions in the chat that I'm going to respond to. One of them was regarding the accountability checklist and how they're going to be accessible. We will be posting those on our website. So if you go to whichever family you're a part of, again, if you're part of that Back to Basics Prep program, when you go to our website and you go to programs under Back to Basics program, we'll put a link at the very top that you can download the PDF onto your computer, and then you can either print those out, or we'll make it fillable. So you can type in things in there if you want to do it on your computer as well. And we'll do that for each one of the programs that we have. So whether you're in the Foundation, the Prep program, or our regular program, each one of these accountability checklists will be accessible to download.
If you want to take them through the website one more time, show them where the Prep programs are. I'll type in the email address or the link to the web page. But if you could take them and help them get to the Prep page.
Yes. So here I am on the 3 Wins Fitness homepage. So it's 3winsfitness.com. From here, you can click these banners. They are links that will take you to each of the program's respective page. So this is our 365. We have our Back to Basics, and then we have our other program, CSUN Get Active. Alternatively, you can go up to Programs, And under programs, again, you'll see the same 3 major ones that we have. So this back to basics, back to basics, this is where the bulk of the exercise programming will be hosted. And so you can go to our about back to basics. That just gives an overview of why we've gone this back to basics route. But then where you want to access for your exercises will be these 3 links: back to basics prep program, back to basics foundation, and back to basics program. And again, each one of these links is representative of the family that we have. So you can think of this, if you identified as the back to basics prep family, then you would go to the prep program link. If you click there, you'll see here, we will be swapping out this guided calendar, and we're going to input that accountability checklist, so that all will be updated. You'll have your physical activity readiness questionnaire posted there, and then all the different phases. And again, so during your family meetings, your family leaders will talk about how to navigate more in depth these phases, how to transfer the phase exercises and circuits into the accountability sheet. So all of that will be done in the respective family meetings that we'll have each week.
I have a question, Josh.
Yes.
Did you say you're gonna swap out the guided calendar for the accountability sheet? So are we not gonna have a guided calendar, or you're just gonna put it somewhere else?
I'll identify them respectively so that you'll know exactly what to download.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And then Cindy, you have your hand raised.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Because I saw challenges, are we gonna have like any sort of like virtual challenges?
As of now, we have nothing in the mix. Dr. Lloyd, you want to?
Our first challenge is making sure everyone gets in the right family. When we get everybody in the right family so that we know you're placed properly, then we can start talking about further challenges. So we'll go one baby step at a time.
And that's a big challenge.
That might be the biggest challenge. Let's see, is there one more slide that we can go back to, or Chris, remind everyone what their homework is this week?
Yeah, actually, that will be on the calendar. So that question, where homework will be located, that is going to be on the calendar page. So let me pop that up for everyone. So again, I'm on that link for the calendar of events. If you go to today's meeting and you click on the link there, you'll see at the bottom what the homework is. And these are also hyperlinks as well. So one of your homework assignments is watch and practice our mobility education. You can click on that. That will take you to the YouTube channel and go through that, through the mobility exercises there. Same thing with the strength, same thing with the aerobic, as well as the walking. So anytime we have homework assignments or any homework that is assigned in a given meeting, go back to that link on the calendar of that meeting, and that's where you'll find any and all information regarding or that was presented in that meeting. You'll find it in that link right there.
So truly this week, that is your homework. You're going to watch and you're going to do the mobility with Jenny. You may find that to be tiring, and if so, then that may be your homework for the day. The intent is to try all of these out so that you start to get a feel for what level that you are at. Even though you may be capable of doing the movement, you may not be capable of doing it more than one time. The second assignment was the strength, and that's going to be then with Chris. And they showed you the sample of the video. He was showing a push-up and someone getting down to the ground. But just as he turned it off, he was saying that there is a modification to that. So make sure you watch the video all the way and don't just look at the first 5 seconds and say, I can't do that. The modifications are built in there as well. And then you start to work towards that 30 minutes of aerobic exercise. The aerobic exercises can be broken up. You don't have to walk 30 minutes at a time. Maybe in the morning you feel like you can walk 10 minutes, and then maybe in the evening when it cools off, you can walk an additional 10 minutes or 20 minutes. But the idea would be to get that 30 minutes throughout the course of the day. So those are your three primary things that you want to get to. You do want to look at the foundation videos so that you assign yourself to a family. Remember, that is our big challenge. If we could accomplish that in this first week, we would be very optimistic. So try really hard to figure out what family you're in. But if you get a question, where do you write? info@3winsfitness.com, and we will answer that question for you. So we are reaching 8 o'clock, right? Is there time for one last question?
I have a question.
Okay.
On the aerobics, does the video tell you how hard you should be trying or how much you should be pushing on that walk, 30-minute walk?
In these first few weeks, there's no need to push on anything. Just carve out the time, see how you feel. Tony talked about a ratings of perceived exertion, and it goes from 0 to 10. He talks about that in his video. Tony, I think we are shooting for somewhere around 4 to 6, correct?
Yes, and I talked about what it should kind of feel like in the video, but it'll go over in the video.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so the other homework is look at the videos. Go to the web page and spend some time navigating around the videos. It's almost like a new car. When you get in the new car, you sit there for a while, right? Because you can't figure out how to turn it on. Can't figure out where the parking brake is. That's the same thing. Treat this like a new car. Before you get up and drive, you got to figure out where everything is. So take your time, go through the videos, and look at the calendar. That may be one thing you want to do too is, can I get to the calendar? Because the calendar is the secret to everything. It has the videos, it has the hyperlinks. Hyperlinks are things when you click on it, it'll take you right to it. So at this point, we wish you good luck. We thank you all for being here, and we look forward to seeing you in your family sessions as well as next Tuesday. So look for the emails from us. Josh, when will the email from you come out? Is that on Mondays?
Yes, so every Monday you will get an email with all the links to that week's session. So each week we'll have these big meetings where we talk about the importance of exercise. We'll have a specific component of fitness meeting, whether that's going to be mobility, strength, and aerobic. And then we'll have the link to our expert meeting. So that's going to be nutrition, medicine, mindfulness, and motivation. And as well as our Spanish meeting, sorry.
So we're going to leave this website or the Zoom chat, the Zoom session open for a little bit in case you haven't read the chats. You could go through the chats and go through them and jot down any information that you need to jot down. So we won't close this down right away. But this is the end of the show. I want to thank Josh for being our tech manager here, keeping us flowing. And I want to thank all the individual speakers and Chris, Tony, and Jenny for coordinating this presentation. So thank you, everybody. Today is the start of your first day on your journey. Do your homework this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. See you next Tuesday.
Yes, Gloria, you raised your hand?
When's your first family meeting, Jenny, Tony, and Chris?
That was by mistake.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Dr. Loy, it's next Wednesday. We have our mobility education, and then we're going to break off into our family rooms.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Loy.
You're welcome.
You're funny.
He is.
You're very dedicated, Gary. Coming to all orientations, even the Spanish.
Gary, what family are you in?
All of them.
Ooh, yeah. That's great.
Different parts of him can do different things. That's why.
We all have parts that we can do and cannot do. So it's okay. Dr. Loy, how's that hip mobility and ankle mobility?
Trying to get my manuscript written.
You only need 3 minutes. If you're going to tell other people to do their homework, you have to do homework too, Dr. Lloyd, besides manuscript.
Yes. Laura and I are working on determining what group we are in.
How's that 225 coming?
Oh my goodness.
I guess it's just us, right? And Cindy, and
here.
Gary, I'm going to say goodbye.
We're
Thank
not
you,
doing
everyone.
a debrief or anything?
You can all debrief amongst yourselves. I think you can be very helpful to each other.
My cousin's on here from Vancouver.
Hello, Agnes's
from up
cousin
north.
from Vancouver.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye,
Good night.
Cindy. Thank you for coming. See you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.